Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XLM. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XLM, and once again, this is the one-day chart. We're still sitting here just below 12 cents. And people in the comments section always ask me, what cryptocurrencies are you buying right now? Well, I got to a number I'm happy with XRP, so I stopped buying it. I started topping off other bags like XLM, HBAR, XDC, because I know these are going to be top performers in the next run up. XLM, in my opinion, is going to have a great run just like XRP. And anybody that's overlooking this cryptocurrency right now, they're going to soon regret it in the very near future. I think everything's going to happen or start to happen once ISO goes live in November, unless some other big catalyst happens first. Remittances are a growing trend in finance, moving over $840 billion in 2023. Here are 3 cryptocurrencies ordered by market cap that can be used for efficient international payments worldwide, and XLM is one of them. You know why I look at remittances as being so important? Because it levels the playing field. It's part of the new financial system. Here in the United States, most people take having a bank account for granted. You know, at some point in your life, your parents most likely walked you into the bank. Maybe it's when you got your first job and said it's time to open a bank account. Or maybe it's when you got birthday money. Who knows? But we take it for granted. You know, in other countries, people have no access to a bank account at all. Then sometimes somebody leaves the family and they go and work in another country, and they have no way of sending money home to help out. Through XLM and XRP, that's changing on a daily basis, especially through XLM, through on-off ramps. That's what banking the unbanked means. It also means leveling the playing field, part of the new financial system. Bitcoin, beta test coin, XRP, and XLM are the final project. It makes perfect sense to me that David Schwartz becomes Ripple CTO and Jed McCaleb steps out to create Stellar Org. XRP and XLM can tokenize everything of value onto the ledger. The XRP ledger creators, David Schwartz, Arthur Brito, and Jed McCaleb, are Satoshi. 2 of them are now ahead of the most important companies currently fixing every single Bitcoin failure. The mystery remains to Arthur Brito, remaining anonymous. The creator of the 100 billion XRP coins is still nowhere to be seen. You know, I believe that Jed McCaleb left and created Stellar for a reason. I think that had to happen for a reason. But Jed McCaleb, Arthur Brito, and David Schwartz created the XRP ledger. And a lot of people now, okay, think about this. They say the XRP ledger is game-changing technology. It's absolutely incredible. But they always forget to mention that Jed McCaleb was one of the creators. He went on to create Stellar Org. I think that all happened for a reason. What are your opinions on that? Put it in the comments section down below. Hey everyone in the community, remember all those times we wished for stellar projects to collaborate? Well, guess what? Our wishes have been granted. SL8 and LumenSwap are joining forces to take our communities to new heights. I'm thrilled to announce that Slate and LumenSwap are teaming up to build and grow together. This collaboration is a testament to our collective strength and the power of unity within the Stellar ecosystem. You know, I like when projects come together as well and start to grow and expand out. And then at some point, sometimes they partner with a partner of another crypto network at the same time, forming an even bigger network. That's exactly what we're seeing right now. And I think what's building out is the new financial system at the same time. Interesting article from Forbes today. Redirection of asset digital tokenization by major banks, including Dutch bank ABN, AMRO issuing a bond on Stellar this year. You know, we are seeing adoption of crypto happening over time. We're starting to see more banks get involved, more countries and their CBDCs getting involved with crypto. And then we're going to start to see it trickle down to the merchant level. I'm talking where you could walk into a convenience store and buy things with crypto in the future. We are slowly getting there, little by little. But because we're so early to crypto, we see it happening in real time. This time last week at Meridian, Danelle Dixon and CoinDesk Sam Ewan discussed real-world asset tokenization on the Stellar network. Take a listen to this.
Franklin Templeton launched a money market fund on the Stellar network, and they did so technically last year, but then because of their work with the SEC, they had to sort of do it with both their database and also then the network at the same time. Then they really came out with it earlier this year, and there's $300 million, just under 300, I think, that sit in that asset. It's called the Benji asset on the network. There are other asset issuers that have done very, very interesting things on the network that are similar to this. But the reason why this one was so special to me is we actually found out about it right after Meridian, our very first Meridian. So like Meridian, the fifth Meridian now. But they had actually filed the SEC application to be able to do it. That's how we found out about what Franklin Templeton was doing. We had no idea. We obviously now work very closely with them and spend time with them, and it took them a while to get through the process. But they did this right, and they actually laid the foundation for so many others to be able to do it. And having those real-world assets, it really demonstrates that connection between traditional financial infrastructure and the value of blockchain as another rail for them.
So now, as tokenization starts to really amp up, and I think that's going to happen in 2024, I think we're going to see Stellar, XLM rise in value like never before. Little by little at first, then I think we're going to see a boom happen at some point. Plus, we also got ISO to look forward to as well. And I think everything looks great for this cryptocurrency. And a lot of people, you know, always like to downplay Stellar for some reason. They really, you know, hype up XRP, but they don't hype up the same hype for XLM. And I think that needs to change because this cryptocurrency has that same potential behind it. Christine Lagarde, president of the ECB, and former IMF managing director, mentions that Circle USDC, a Stellar Lumen partner, and Ripple XRP are disrupting the banking sector and changing the financial industry. Christine also mentions that distributed ledger technology is the future and it's far from Bitcoin. You know, she keeps saying that Bitcoin doesn't have a future. And that always made me wonder about Bitcoin and Blackrock, because Blackrock is tied to the World Economic Forum as well. That's why I always seen Blackrock as a Trojan horse for Bitcoin. But you know, it's the IMF, it's the BIS. All these organizations are looking at XRP and XLM right now as the future. And they always talked about XRP and XLM being stable coins in the future, asset-backed stable coins sitting at a much higher price, stable price. And that's the future I see for XLM as well. Because, you know, they could talk about any cryptocurrency out there, but they chose these two because they see the utility behind them. That's awesome, by the way. The Stellar Asset Sandbox is a great platform for developers to test and experiment with creating digital representations of assets on the Stellar network. It provides a safe and controlled environment to explore the potential of tokenization. And again, when you could try something out before it goes live, or maybe they make it easy for you to build and tokenize things of value, other companies are going to want to utilize that technology. They don't want it to be complicated. They want it to be easy. And time again, we're going to see companies and enterprise choose Stellar for that reason. Financial institutions are going to do the same thing as well. I don't think people realize how big this is. Stellar is about to onboard 150 plus million MoneyGram users to the Stellar network. This is the biggest crypto use case to date. And that MoneyGram, and Stellar coming together, all those announcements, again, because there's no price movement, people don't think anything is happening there. But it's absolutely massive. And again, it ties in with leveling the playing field, part of the new financial system. I think what we're seeing is all those on-off ramps that are being created all around the world. Those are the rails of the new financial system for XLM to run on. Web3 can serve as a tool set to help young creators find financial alternatives. Take a listen to this.
The best way to illustrate that, if you just look at the traditional filmmaking process, when you make a movie, you're not only making the movie on the budget for the actual practical making of it, but then you've got an element of that budget which is about distribution, marketing, okay, copywriting and protection. And this budget has to spread over this, okay? If you're a young emerging filmmaker, you might be able to get one of those. You might be able to market your film even though you haven't made it. Right. You've got a script and you can get it in front of people. You can draw pictures on it and you can really market it, but you can't actually get the finance to make it, okay? So here comes a tool set which allows you to absorb the agility of sort of financial solutions. With this tool set, there's a way to perhaps crowdfund my idea in a way that's kind of safe and of like-minded people, right? And as well as that, there's a tool set where there's a distribution model that allows people that are really into what I'm doing or to also participate. So that's how I see there's all this potential. The best way to illustrate that is
in the future, he sees Web3 developers he refers to it as making a movie, but it allows anybody that has an idea to come and build and get funding to build their projects out on Web3. I think Web3 is going to open up a lot of capabilities for a lot of people. I think we're going to see an even bigger emergence of people working online in the future. And I think we're going to see creators, I'm talking like art and music and even content creators all around the world are going to be able to get more funding for their projects or maybe their channels and more access to their how could I put this, to their viewers. Like I'm talking to you right now. Maybe there's going to be a better way in the future through Web3 is what I'm saying. And there's going to be better alternatives to maybe even YouTube in the future. And I think I see that already with Galaxy over there on Hedera. But there's going to be more and more projects happening. The one thing I want to see compete is I want somebody to come up with the next eBay. Because eBay, for people outside of crypto, it allows them to go through to their garage, find things that they bought years ago that they no longer use, and they can make money off of it. And I know people that even sold stuff on eBay and put the money into crypto. They took that same money and reinvested it. And that opened up a lot of possibilities. But eBay today, you can't make money on there. Not if you're a reseller. I mean, the fees are astronomical. There has to be a new alternative going into Web3 is what I'm saying. But who knows? Maybe it's the next young creator that creates that platform. And through this tool set, it'll help them get the funding to get it off the ground. And I like the idea of that is where I was going with that. So join us in welcoming My Elroy app, one of the newest off-ramps powering corridors in Mexico, Argentina, Brazil, and Colombia in partnership with Bitso. With Stellar, My Elroy app users experience transparent, fast, and low-cost remittance to friends, family, and payouts for employers. Yeah, that's the other thing that people always overlook. People getting paid from their employer as well. You know, if you don't have a bank account and the company only does direct deposit, you need to have an alternative to that if you can't get a bank account. And that's why Cash Apps are becoming more and more popular at the same time. I see employers doing that as well. Venmoing people, and some still use PayPal. I honestly don't like PayPal. I'm not a fan of it after what they did, trying to create that social credit score and taking money from people's PayPal accounts if they don't like the things they're saying. That kind of ended it for me and PayPal. But as we go into the future, again, blockchain opens up more possibilities around that as well. And I think Stellar and XLM is going in the right direction because it is literally leveling the playing field one country at a time. Then you get into humanitarian aid and forget about it. I think every single country is going to adopt that at some point in the future as well. But until everything gets built out and the price of XLM skyrockets, we got to stay patient and stay positive. Let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap this one up. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.